the night of December 29th, I had a flashback, something that you hear about in the movies, stuff like that. Like I didn't, um, I didn't know what was going on. I woke up in a nightmare, and all I know is that that night I woke up in a nightmare and tried to flee my apartment and flee the bad guys that were coming after me, and I tried to take cover in a vehicle or something. I don't know. And cops opened fire, and all I know is what I saw in the video. And I know I would never try to hurt anybody or threaten anybody. It's not. So I know that I was scared and running, and I got shot 7 times, and I went that period right there. After that, I was in heaven. My body, my soul left my body. My body was, probably in pain and agony. I watched them the video. They brought me back. I went back down. I don't even think that I was there mentally. My soul. So if you go to my Facebook page, Steffan Steffan Haskins Haskins, you can see what I wrote, and you can see kind of the video what happened to me that night. But I was seeing myself from like an outside perspective. Like I saw this a ball of energy. I don't even know how to describe it, and it was like going like this, like, and it was, but really fast, and it was in a black tunnel, and it was all dark, and it looked like Pac-Man, and then all of a sudden, boom, like I'm first person, and I'm in the most beautiful water, like, most beautiful color I've ever seen in my life, and um, I was surrounded by people on both sides, so it was like a creek, so to speak, not a creek, but a river, and on both sides were grass that was just as beautifully colored as the water, which is indescribable. And on both sides, there's people lined up, maybe 10 people on each side. But I didn't look at them. I felt it's like in heaven. Uh, there's no words that are spoken. Everything is communicated via energy, and I knew the people on both sides of me were smiling without even looking at them, and I knew that they loved me because I was being hit like with it, and then my whole body was just tingling with love and happiness and joy. But there was a light at like right there, and I had to get to that light, and I feel like they were telling me go to the light, go to the light. I didn't question it. I kept going. I didn't look, and next thing you know, I'm in front of this. I like a sun, like the sun, but like it's indescribable in the human language. It really is in the English language. I don't know, but when I got to that point, right in front of God, I think I felt like like I was wrapped in a blanket of love, and it was like I'm home. I'm here. I made it, and I guess at this time, I was in the hospital, I believe, and they were trying to bring me back. And I got shot 3 times in the head. I got shot in my nose, and it came out right a millimeter in front of my esophagus. The doctors couldn't even explain how I lived. I got shot in the bottom of the jaw. That bounced around. I think I swallowed that bullet. I got shot in the back of the head. That bullet's still in my cheek. I got shot in the shoulder. I have a titanium shoulder now. I just had surgery on my jaw. That's why I'm kind of talking a little sideways. The muscles are relearning as they attach. So, I got shot twice in the chest, up here and then over here. So I had a sucking chest wound. I shouldn't have lived. There's no way. It's not even feasible that somebody could have lived to that. Doctor that did the surgery recently, that put titanium in my jaw, he was like, Steffan, the bullets that bouncing in your mouth is like, I just don't know how it didn't go through the soft part and go up. He's like, it didn't make, like, he didn't even have words. I mean, and anyway, so I guess they brought me back up at the hospital, right? And I think I was at the hospital, and I like I guess I came up. I went back down. I was in front of the light again, and I was like bouncing. My soul was, I don't know, it was in a state of confusion. And I didn't want to leave. I think that was it. I think that they were trying to bring me back, and I was trying to stay. And it was like a rope being pulled. And then God told me, and I don't remember the words because they're not words. But it was something. I mean, what he meant was, it's not your time. I'm not ready. And I don't remember anything after that. 3 days later, the surgeon, I had trachea in my throat. I couldn't even talk. My mouth was wired shut. My jaw was in a bunch of pieces. The surgeon was like, "Hey," and I think he had seen near-death experiences happen before. It was a level 1 trauma center. He said, "Do you remember coming back? Was that when we brought you back, you were screaming, 'No, no, let me go, let me go.'" We had to restrain you. And I was like, I shook my head. At that time, I was still like, out of it. I was on a lot of medication, but I remember the tunnel. I kept thinking like Pac-Man in my head. Like, what was that Pac-Man thing? And then he's like, "Are you sure you don't remember anything?" He's like, "I've seen it before." And then it was like boom, and everything was back in my head. The light, the people, the color of the water, the grass, and not wanting to leave. And I shook my head again because this was brand new to me, and I didn't want to share it just yet. I couldn't talk. How am I going to write all that down? And and look at me now. I'm out running 7-minute miles and stuff. 3 months after getting shot 7 times. So that was my near-death experience. And I'm here. And people always say, like, "You're so lucky to be alive. You're so lucky." And I'm like, yeah. I'm not suicidal, but if you would know where I was, you wouldn't want to come back. And I don't know how lucky I am, but I know that I'm happy. I'm so happy now. I have a purpose. When he sent me back, the whole thing about me reaching out and helping veterans that were down or need help or suicidal or whatever it may be in a legal situation. I was on the news, all over the news. The veteran gets shot, blah, 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 7 times, 3, whatever. They didn't know really what happened. They were saying veteran shot by Orlando police. And I had my family had a lot of organizations reaching out to them, veteran organizations. And I ended up working. They ended up getting a hold of the Birdwell Foundation for veterans with PTSD. Great organization. Roger Marshall, one of the best guys I know, a brother of mine, and Jason the White. But they got in contact with me, and next thing you know, I'm on the phone talking to veterans that are suffering and groups that are in rehab, and I'm telling them about my story and this, that, and going overseas, coming back, the struggles that we go through. Every time I talk about it, I almost feel like I wake up at the end of it, and I'm hearing everybody like, "Yeah, that was great, that was great." I'm like, what did I say? Like, God is putting the words in my mouth, and he's laid a path out now for me. And once my recovery is complete, I'll be working with veterans full time, and I'm looking forward to that. And God sent me back here with a purpose, and this time He laid the path out for me. All I got to do is follow it, and very simple. So that's my near death experience.